In this video, I'm going to be sharing 20 lessons that I have learned from being alive for 20 years. I feel like all of the things that I have learned are very important, and I hope that there are some people that can get some insight about what I have to share. So yeah, let's get into it. Lesson number 1. Make friends with your negative feelings. Shame, guilt, anger, hurt. They are very tough and annoying to deal with. They're very dark and heavy, but it's so important to dive into them. When I realized that those emotions are tools to getting what I need and want, everything became lighter. These emotions are usually labeled as negative, but they're just important as the positive ones. They show you when you're being neglected, when you're neglecting yourself, when your inner child is hurt, when something just isn't right in the situation that you're dealing with. When you dive deeper into these emotions, appreciate them for being there and ask yourself why you're feeling those emotions so heavily. You can get through them easier when you do that. Recognize that those emotions are from the inner child version of you, and that some self-soothing needs to be done, and old wounds need healing, or maybe you just need to hear yourself. You just need to feel heard by someone, and that someone needs to be you. 2. Embrace your sensitivity. It's a superpower. If you're like me and you're sensitive, or maybe you're even more sensitive than I am, your emotions have probably been downplayed by a lot of people. For me, it made me feel like I was crazy for thinking so deeply or feeling so much, or that I was being dramatic, or that my emotions and my feelings, they weren't important. They didn't need to be looked at. Working through these wounds, realizing that I am sensitive, this is just who I am, to look deeply into things and feel everything. That's just who I am, and I need to accept that, and I need to be okay with that. When you work through these wounds, you realize that it's a superpower, because you get to see through other people's eyes and be able to help them. You're able to connect on a deeper level to people and things, and you can expand easier because you're seeing everything. Like, you can see all of the possibilities. You have the ability to spread love so far and so wide. The ability to love myself and my loved ones so deeply and purely, and bless them with that love, which everyone deserves. I get to change the world for the better with that love, even if it's little by little. It doesn't make you weak to be sensitive, it makes you human. When you're sensitive and you keep trying to fight yourself, and you keep trying to water yourself down to not feel as much, life is going to be really hard. You were meant to be sensitive, you're meant to feel deeply, because that makes you an amazing person. That gives you so many opportunities and so much abundance, and you should just embrace it. and love that part of you. It might be frustrating because other people don't understand, they don't get it, they don't understand why you need time to think about something, or you need time and space away to come back to yourself. And it might be inconvenient for some people in some way, but it's really necessary. I think it's necessary for everyone to step away and recharge. So why would it be so crazy to do that? Not everything is going to be for you. The world will pressure you to do certain things in an order, in a certain way, by a certain time, graduate high school, go to college, get perfect grades, get a financially abundant career, have a good family, a big house, friends you can count on, all that stuff. But sometimes those things are not for everyone. Those things happening in a linear pattern are not for everyone. Everybody's lives are going to look different. Not everyone is meant to walk the same path. Life would be extremely boring if that was the case. Systems try to fit everyone into the same little box of limitations, and when it doesn't work, they shame people for being that way. They label them as stupid, crazy, slow. It's so ridiculous. Like, I just exist. Like, why are you putting this pressure on me that I didn't ask for? With how many hobbies, passions, interests, cultures, foods, etc. there are, with how complex our brains are and how many different personality types there are, why would we expect everyone to be the same and function the same? Why do we expect everyone's brains to process information the same? Why? Like, we're all built different. We can't do that. There's nothing wrong with trying things, though. There's nothing wrong with trying things out and seeing if they work for you, and then leaving if it doesn't. You should absolutely leave if something is not working for you, no matter how hard you try. If it doesn't feel right. If it doesn't fit in with the vision that you have for yourself. They'll shame you for giving up. The world will shame you for giving up. But really, you're just leaving something behind that does not have the energy or space you need to reach your dreams. Never try to make the shoe fit, though, when it doesn't. No matter how much people tell you, oh, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this career, you should go to that school, you should marry that person, you should date that person. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Life is about you, not other people. They want it so bad, they can get it themselves. You're special, and your path is going to match that. That doesn't look the same for everyone. But that's not a bad thing. It's what makes us unique. For your main focus should be you and your purpose. Life revolves around you. The world literally revolves around you. So you should constantly focus on bettering yourself, growing, finding what makes you happy, and how you can integrate that into your life responsibly and in a healthy way. You should be learning to pour into yourself, to love yourself fully. You should be making yourself first priority so you can attract things that make you first priority. You're on the pedestal. You should be on the pedestal. You should be the prize. We are all individually amazing, and we are all individually the prize. In work, in relationships, in friendships, we should be a priority. If they can't make you a priority, they don't deserve you. But we need to make ourselves priorities first, so we have that expectation for other people, and we don't settle. You should be learning about your body and your mind, about your mental blocks. You should be building healthy habits and staying away, getting rid of bad ones, like drinking, smoking, eating too much junk food, not moving our body enough, bad hygiene. Never center your life around other people or relationships. Having them and nurturing them are important, but you should always come first. If you have to let yourself crumble to take care of someone else, they are not for you. They should not be in your life. They do not deserve you, because they wouldn't want that for you either if they truly love you. Friend, lover, coworker, boss, whatever. If they're actually aligned with you, they want you to succeed. They want you to be healthy and happy. Your well-being should come first, always, because at the end of the day, all you have is you. 5, achievements do not define your worth. You should absolutely have goals. You should have dreams. You should have things that you want to do and accomplish, short-term and long-term. They are super important. But they will never define you. They will never define your worth. They will never define whether you're worth having love in your life, having basic necessities, having basic respect. You do not need a crazy career, a big bag, $1 million, a bunch of awards, or anything. You don't need anything. You don't need any material possessions. You don't need any titles to be worth a dime. You are worthy of love and getting what you need and want just because you exist. Yeah, just because you exist is that simple. People make achievements out to be so much more than they actually are. They make life fun and they're necessary, but they don't make you worth anything. Your character does. Your integrity does. Nothing will ever change the fact that we all exist, and because we exist, we deserve love. We deserve respect. We deserve kindness. And we should be sharing more of that. There's nothing wrong with being lonely or alone. Trust me. I am lonely, so I know what it feels like. I hear all the time that humans are wired for connection, and I feel like it's true. Because we all want it so badly. We all would look for it in friendships and relationships, especially ones that don't work for us, because we feel like if we don't have those relationships, then we have nothing. We have nothing. That's how we feel. Being alone it really can be hard. Like, when people are stranded alone on islands and like TV shows and movies, they go insane. They go insane when they don't have people to talk to. That's just how it is. But what I've personally learned is that it's not much different being alone versus not being alone. You still have you. You're still amazing and fun and full of life. You're still the best friend anyone could ever have. Because when you have friends and you have relationships, you're like, dang, I'm a good friend. Like, I'm there for them. Like, I check in. I do my best to give to make sure they feel seen. Like, I do the work. I'm good. So you can do that for yourself too. You don't need to have other people to pour into to be that. Sure, the warmth from other people, it's not there, but your warmth, it's there, and it'll always be there. Sometimes at first it doesn't feel like it. Sometimes it feels really hard and cold and lonely. Like, nobody sees you, nobody understands you. Like, you're gonna die alone and it's gonna be the worst thing ever. But that's not true. Sometimes that's the beauty of being alone, is you have so much space by yourself. There's no one near you with their thoughts and words. Not that there's anything wrong with people's thoughts and words around you, but when you're alone, you just get to focus on every little complicated and simple aspect about you, and you get to unpack it, you get to dissect it, you get to analyze it, you get to nurture it, and that is how you grow and become a better version of yourself for the people that are going to be in your life soon, for the people already in your life, and for yourself, which is most important. Having no friends doesn't mean that you're boring or unrelatable or that you're crazy. It doesn't mean that. I mean, sometimes it can, if the shoe fits, but being alone doesn't always mean that. It just means you haven't found the right people for you yet. They're out there. Don't settle for people who don't give a crap about you and don't show up for you, because your people who will show up for you and make you priority are out there. And it's way better to be alone than to be with people who don't care about you, because it might as well be the same thing. You can be around people and feel completely alone. The right people for you are out there, and there's nothing wrong with wanting the connection either. You can learn to be okay alone and still want people around. That's human. That's normal. 7, people's opinions don't matter. And it's like, you hear that all the time because it's true, and you're like trying to implement it into your brain. You're telling yourself what they think doesn't matter, but deep down you still like hold yourself to other people's standards. You still assume that someone wants you to be a certain way or get something from you, that you need to look a certain way for other people. It's really deeply rooted. Unless it's a critique, people's opinions should not reign over you and your decisions. Unless it's a project that you're working on and you're like, I need advice on how to make this better, like, is this okay? And they give you advice, you should take it. You should take it with a grain of salt. You shouldn't take it too deeply and let it like crush you, because that's not good. That's not gonna help you. You should listen to it and think, can this apply to me? Will this help me become the version of myself I want to be for myself? You should never water yourself down for anyone. When it comes to something you're working on, like I said, advice can be important so you can improve. Some people really do have helpful insight and they should be listened to. But a lot of people also are just projecting because they're miserable and they don't know how to work on themselves. They don't know how to look within themselves, so they go outward. And it has no value to you or what you're producing, what you're working on. So sometimes you just have to leave it alone. A lot of times you just have to leave it alone. You just have to think, You know, you have the right to your own opinion, but that has nothing to do with me. You don't see what I see in my life. What you're seeing does not work for me. What you're saying I should do, it wouldn't work for me. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Love what you love loudly and unapologetically. Life was never about doing things for other people or doing other things that people want you to do. Life was never about working in a boring job till you retire, only getting like one vacation a year, being bored and burnt out every day of your life, or almost every day. Life is about living, learning everything you want to learn, and loving yourself, loving the people around you, loving strangers, finding what you love and pouring into it and letting the whole world see. That's what life is about. That's what you should be doing. It will make life 1,000 times better than it was before when you weren't pouring into it. As long as it's not hurting someone, you should indulge in anything and everything you love, even if it seems too complicated or too simple, or there's too many things that you like and you don't know how to do them all. You should indulge. You should organize, build a schedule, research, find a way to make it work. Because there's gonna be a day where you won't be able to do all the things you wanted to do anymore. And you're probably gonna look back and wish you did them. Don't regret. Just try. Just do it. Never turn back. Do it even if it's weird or boring to someone else. Do it even if it doesn't make you money. You should be making money, because obviously you need it to live. But find a way to make it a passion, a side hustle, or a hobby. Do what you love and be very proud about it. Don't give a crap what anyone else thinks. Number 9, do not worry about your physical appearance. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what the world has to say about how you look. How you look, it's only a problem if you are physically uncomfortable. Like, you can't move, you can't run, you can't walk, you can't do everyday normal things or the things that you want to do. That is the only time you should be worried about how you look. You should not be freaking out about your weight, your height, your acne, whatever, your stretch marks. You think you are put on this earth to hate yourselves? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Why would you be put here to hate yourself? Why would you be put here to hate the vessel that carries you, that carries your soul, and functions for you to be able to live, for you to be able to breathe, do the things you love, explore, learn? You should be loving yourself from head to toe. Love those stretch marks, love those indents, love those dimples, love those rolls. Love your so-called imperfections. Taking care of your hygiene in your body is important. You should eat balanced meals. Don't eat too much junk food. Don't be drinking. Don't be smoking. Don't be staying idle way too long. Move your body often for your health so you feel good on the daily. Don't be working out because you should be having a fit body like that one girl on Instagram. Move your body because it feels good. It feels good to move your body and then enjoy yourself after. You should be dressing up in ways that make you feel good. If you like dressing up modest for yourself, and not for other people, do it. If you like dressing less modest, revealing skin, do it. For you, if it's for you, do it. If it's for the male gaze, don't do it. If it's for other people, don't do it. If it's to look cool to a group of people and it doesn't actually align with you, don't do it. Even if you don't look like someone else who's popular or well-loved or maybe has an amazing body, an amazing face, an amazing nose. If you don't look the way the world tells you you should look, don't worry about it. That never mattered. It never mattered. Looks are not that serious. They're not. You're supposed to look like you. Beautiful, impeccable you, which no one could compare to. And you shouldn't be comparing yourself to anyone else. If you see someone that looks amazing, that looks really fit, really beautiful or handsome or really cool, you should compliment them. In your head or out loud, you should compliment them, and you should be like, wow, they look amazing. That is inspiring. I look amazing too. Or I want to look amazing. I want to take care of my body so I look this amazing. Because the world, it's way too surface level. You'll see someone that's pretty or good looking and you'll think they must have the perfect life. They must have it so easy. But that's never true. Everybody has a different journey. You never know what's going on in someone's life. Even if they share a shit ton about it on social media, you don't see what's inside their head. You don't know what's going on. So don't assume, don't judge. Be nice. Be nice to yourself, be nice to other people. Don't project. Never make fun of people. Never do that. Never. Just because someone's skinny doesn't mean they're healthy. And just because someone is chubby or looks big, that doesn't mean they're unhealthy. Stop doing that. Looks are literally nothing. Looks aren't gonna keep you alive. Looks aren't gonna pay your bills. Looks aren't gonna get you the truest love of your life, the truest healthy relationship. Looks aren't gonna get you the bestest of friends who genuinely care about you. Nothing surface level matters. 10. Experiment with life in a healthy way. In a healthy way. Experiment with everything you're curious about. Experiment with things that could help you improve your skills that you need and want to gain. Experiment with things that could make you discover what may be your next favorite food or clothing item or show or group of people. Explore. We are here to learn and to live, like I said before. So learn everything that you want to learn. Learn about it all and live it all. What's healthy for you, of course. Don't be trying no alcohol or drugs. There's no point. That's the stupidest shit ever. Like, that's not gonna help you at all. That's just gonna ruin your life. That stuff is just gonna ruin your life. Don't experiment with things that are just gonna ruin your life and be a waste of your time. Experiment with things that are healthy for you, for your mind, for your body, your soul. Experiment. Try that new hobby. Go do that new thing. Even if it costs some money and you're like, oh, there's probably better things to spend my money on or my time on, blah, 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 blah. If you enjoy it, if it brings you some kind of happiness, if it helps you express yourself, it is worth it. It is 100% worth the money and the time. So go do it. Go explore. Go travel. Go learn that language. Go try that new food. Even if it's scary. Especially if it's scary, you should do it. Be very selective of who you give your energy to. Like I said earlier, connections are important. Sometimes it can be difficult to not be around some people, like family or really close friends or co-workers. Like sometimes it's hard because you can't just leave, like you have responsibilities, and it would be really hard to just pack up and go. But still, you need to try and limit your interactions or how their energy affects you, because spiritual hygiene is real and it's just as important as the other hygiene. Don't be around people, don't let people influence you that have bad habits, who don't prioritize you, who take you down with them, who gossip a lot, because for sure when you're gone, you're the one they're going to be gossiping about. Even if someone who's nice, and even if you're someone who is nice and you want everyone to feel seen and loved, still be selective. You can be that person, but if you give out too much, if you give out to the wrong people, it's gonna harm you more than it's gonna work for you. You can do small things like complimenting strangers or giving out money to, organizations and stuff like that. But don't give out too much of your energy. That stuff is sacred. Treat it like it. Not everyone deserves your energy and time, because they'll only abuse it, and you deserve better. Some people, you'll want to give your energy to them because they seem nice or they're lonely and you want to help them. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to do that, but if you aren't careful and you give your energy to the wrong person, you're gonna get stuck. And you don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck because it's gonna be really hard to get out of it. You need to set boundaries with people and be unapologetic about it. Don't feel bad about it, because genuine people, real people that care about you, they will understand your boundaries. They will understand you protecting your energy. Do what feels right and do what feels good. Do what protects you. I don't care if you're longtime friends with someone and you wake up and you realize that what they're doing actually is not it to other people or to you. Cut them off. Get rid of them. Do what you gotta do. Don't care about how they're gonna look at you after. Because like I said earlier, nobody knows what's truly going on in other people's lives, in your head. Nobody knows. Nobody knows you 100%. So they can assume. People are always going to assume things, so let them assume what they want. Let them see you as the bad guy. Let them see you as a villain. Because you are the main character in your story. But the main character needs to let the spotlight shine on them. And the spotlight can't shine on you if you're letting your light be drained by other people. 12. Teach yourself kindness. I know this should be obvious, but there's a lot of people who are not surrounded by kindness. But it can be life-changing for you and for the other person, even in little ways that you might not even see at first. You can open the door for strangers. You can pick up trash. You can give random people compliments about their hair or their outfit. Don't overexert yourself for other people. Like I said before, protect your energy. Have boundaries. Don't be doing too much. You can have that balance. Don't do too much, but you can have that balance if it works for you in your schedule. That's why I said there are multiple things you can do. Sometimes it's physically going out and doing something. Sometimes it's giving money to people if you have the money. And if you don't have the money, then you can use your words. Words are power. They are really powerful. So teach yourself to be kind. Surround yourself with kindness. Surround yourself with kind people. Don't surround yourself with unkind people. Whenever you're kind in any way, shape, or form, it will come back around. Don't do it because you want to be seen as a kind person, but because it feels good to do so, because you know that you're going to change people's lives and you want to change people's lives, even if it's just a little bit. Don't feel like there's no point, because there is a point. Someone could be having a really horrendous day. You don't know what's going on in their life. Maybe they have nobody. They feel really alone. They feel unseen. But then you do one tiny act of kindness, like acknowledging their existence and doing something for them, like opening the door for them, and they feel seen. Maybe nobody does that. Maybe nobody does that for them, but you did that for them, and you're gonna cause a butterfly effect, and maybe they'll feel your kindness and their whole life will change and they'll want to be kind, and it'll just keep spreading around. You never know how far it can go. Good behavior and intentions are contagious. The same applies towards yourself. You should be treating yourself kindly. You should be saying kind words to yourself. You should be doing all kind things to yourself. 13. Gratitude is crucial. Gratitude is a lifesaver when you're feeling sad, at a loss, doubtful. Gratitude will be the light in the dark in those situations. It shines the light on things you didn't even realize was a privilege, like having functioning limbs, having food in the fridge, having adorable pets to take care of. Not everyone has the chances and experiences you do, like just breathing normally and living. Sometimes it's the really simple things. Even when everything is great in your life, you should be practicing gratitude. You should be taking a moment to notice how many blessings you have, so you can feel the greatness even deeper. It really makes a difference, and it just attracts more great things. 14. Have high standards and expectations. Having high standards for people who come into your life in all areas, in friendship, in partnership, in career, in family. You are the prize. You are the goal. You are the most important thing. So you should treat yourself like it. You should have high standards for yourself and for all those people. When you do that, you can attract people who you really want and who you deserve. When you treat yourself with the best treatment, that shows people that you don't expect any less, because that's all you get, that's all you know. You won't accept anything less. People will be intimidated when they see how well you're treated, how confident you are, how accomplished you are, and realize they need to step up. They need to put in more work, because they know it takes work. Because when you don't put in the work, you feel it. You don't feel accomplished. You don't feel confident. You don't feel like you're being treated well. Everybody can know that. Everybody feels that every day. It'll keep a lot of insecure losers away too, because they know they can't do the work. It's not in them. It's too much work for them. You're too much for them, and as you should. Be too much for the people who are too little. A lot of people will settle for less, be miserable, and then project it on others. I don't want to become that person, and I doubt anyone else does either. But it's super common because a lot of people feel like there's no choice. They feel like there is no better option, or that that's the only option they got. That's it. Or they'll think that better is too much to fight for, it's too much work, or that it's not worth the energy or the time or the money. But something I learned from losing almost everything I had, when I told myself, I have so much, but it doesn't fulfill me, I don't feel seen or at home, was that fighting for better will always be worth it. Because sometimes you have to lose everything you have to get better. And it happened for me. What I lost was replaced with better, and I know it will continue to be replaced with better things. Staying comfortable will be uncomfortable, and so will change. It'll be hard. Staying in place will be hard, and changing will be hard. You have to choose your heart. You can choose to have everything you want. You can choose to have that. You can choose to have that perfect partner, to have that dream house, to travel, to have that dream job. You can have it. You just have to choose it. You have to choose you first. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to get uncomfortable. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is unreachable. And when you have high expectations and high standards, you know you can reach that. Because, well, if I can do the impossible, if I can reach to the sky for this thing, then I know I'm capable of doing the work. And I will do the work, and I have done the work. And I know how hard the work is, and I don't have time or energy to waste. So other people, other jobs, they can't come in here and try to get a space if they're not putting in the work. Have high standards. Have high standards for everything so you can get what you want. When you have high standards, you will get what you want. Because what you want will take work. It'll take work. It'll be high up there. And when you have high standards and you hold yourself to those high standards and you hold everyone else to those high standards, you will have all the pieces you need. You will have all the high quality things you need to be where you want to be. 15. The importance of discipline. Discipline is such an important skill to have. If you don't have discipline, then everything is going to be hard to handle. Life tasks are going to be too hard to juggle because you won't know where one ends and the other starts. You may consume too much. You may scroll too much. You may watch too much. And you're not able to reach your goals or be consistent for things that you were so inspired to do the day before or an hour ago because you're not disciplined. Discipline is hard to learn, but you just have to do it. Nothing worth having is easy to get, but when you learn discipline, when you be consistent and you work for it, even when you're not motivated, you are going to see the change. You're going to see that it's worth it. You don't have to be perfect from the start or from the second day or from the first week or for the first month. Get rid of these unrealistic expectations that you're going to be perfect. People think that discipline is about being perfect all the time, being motivated all the time, but it's not. Discipline is just about showing up. It's showing up with 1% one day and showing up with 50% another day and 30% another day, and you understand what I mean. You need to force yourself to do the things that you said you were going to do. Make a schedule and stick to it. Don't fall back. And don't shame yourself if you do fall back. Because sometimes that happens. Life happens. But you just need to get back up. You need to keep getting back up and trying again. If the plan you made isn't working and you've tried it for like a few months or something, or it's exhausting you and it's draining you, you can change it. That's the beauty in life, is that you have the ability to create your own schedule. You get to experiment and find what works for you. And sometimes that varies for people if you have kids or someone in your life that you have to take care of, and or something that takes up a lot of your time that you can't really control. But for the majority of people, discipline is possible. You just have to stop making excuses and go for it. Just do it. Don't wait for motivation. Just do it. Just do it when you're annoyed. Do it when you're mad. Do it when you're tired. Just do it. Lesson 16. Having a creative outlet is a must. I always felt in some type of way that I was a creative person, but I didn't really believe in myself because I didn't feel like I had the talent like other people. Like, I was never like someone who just did things and was good at them or was able to stick to them and long enough to become good at them. So I thought, what's the point? Like, I'm not good at it. It's not gonna work for me. But I always find myself trying to come back to them because I enjoy them. I like doing them. And I know millions of other people are the exact same, that they enjoy having creative outlets. And it's because that's how we express ourselves. That's how we connect to ourselves. That's how we be us genuinely, authentically. With social media, TV, and so much entertainment these days, it's easy to consume like no tomorrow. But a good life is not one where you're only consuming all the time. We are meant to create, whether it's music, art, stories, crocheting, engineering, building. Having a creative outlet will make you so much happier and give you a way to release feelings and express yourself. Even if you're not good at it, even if you're new, even if you think you're too old or you're too young to try it. Just try it and see what happens. Just do it, not to try and make money, but just do it as a hobby. Just do it as a little passion on the side. Make time for it because it's important. It's really important to you. You will become healthier if you do things you enjoy and you make time for things you enjoy consistently. 17. Stay open-minded. There is so many aspects to people in the world, with how many languages, countries, cultures, and experiences there are everywhere. So don't limit yourself to certain beliefs that maybe you picked up from other people, from your family, from social media, from the internet, or maybe just you brought it up yourself. Don't hold that to yourself. Don't tell yourself you can't do something or that only certain things are available to you. Be open-minded to all the possibilities. We have dreams and aspirations for a reason, to pursue them, and you should pursue them no matter how hard it is, no matter how many obstacles are in the way. Even if it feels extremely impossible, like it can't happen. Don't make excuses. There is so much you don't know. There are so many things that could provide you access to get to where you want to be. You just have to be open to miracles. You have to be open to new opportunities. Consider other options. Recognize that you could be right or wrong about something. Learn. Just learn. You never know how much you could benefit from it. Stay optimistic. 18. Stay optimistic. Being realistic about things like taking care of responsibilities like bills, kids. It's important. Of course, it's important. That's just the world we live in. Focusing on your sadness and releasing your emotions, it's also important, but lingering on it will become a problem. It'll always become a problem. It'll always weigh you down, and you shouldn't do it. You stay in stagnant, frustrated, sad energy, it will be really difficult to move through life. So you should prioritize being optimistic and finding the light in every situation. You should always aim to be happy. It'll change your life for the better. You can choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. It is. And I know for some people it may not seem like that because everything may seem like it's going against them. Like maybe they feel like they have really bad luck. It feels really hard to be optimistic, but it can turn your life around to be optimistic. Just start with baby steps. Start in little ways. It takes time. It takes time to change and build habits. But it's absolutely worth it. It's worth it. And you'll attract so much good. 19. Always have goals. Always have goals. Just like I said before, with achievements not defining you, but having goals is super important. Just like in video games, it's kind of boring, super boring, if there's no challenge or objective. Goals, big and small, are so important, and they make life fun. They make life interesting. They give it a little sparkle. While they don't define our worth, they can help shape our lives. They can help us grow. They can help us become people that we didn't even know we could be. Accomplishments can help us see how far we go in our dreams. They're also reminders of how we can do anything we put our mind to, or that sometimes we fail, and that's okay. That's normal. We should be failing. Some people fail a million times before they succeed. We just have to keep getting back up again. Keep going. Even if no one's rooting for you, keep going. And for some people that will look different. Maybe one person's goal is to go to school to become a doctor, get a nice house, raise a family with the love of their life. Maybe another's is to travel the world, explore everything it has to offer, learn and live life with their friends, and figure things out as they go. These are both 100% valid. Goals don't have to look like doing crazy things. They don't have to look like smart things. They can. If that fits you, then you absolutely should. But sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not about gaining intellectual skills. Sometimes people just want to be creative. Sometimes people just want to observe. Sometimes people just want to learn. Everybody's different. Sometimes a good goal is just finding balance and enjoying the soft life, enjoying the simple beauties too. Life doesn't have to be crazy and chaotic and busy 24/7. Having goals and actively working towards them with specific plans, curating them to work with your current life and schedule, and manifesting in detail what you want your future life to look like when those goals are accomplished is the key to success. It is the key to being fulfilled. And I know everybody wants to feel fulfilled. Even if you don't have the goals completed that you've always wanted, and you try to tell yourself that everything's fine, it's whatever, I didn't need to do this to be happy, you're lying to yourself. Of course, you don't need it to be happy. But to not go for it is you ignoring yourself. And it's going to be very hard to feel fulfilled when you are ignoring yourself. So don't ignore yourself. Have those goals, plan for them, work towards them, and achieve them. Lastly, number 20, learn balance. Learn balance. You know what they say. Life is about balance. Yin and yang, light and dark. And it really is. Balancing love, friendships, discipline, self-pleasure, health, wealth, balancing negative and positive emotions is so hard, but so worth it and so rewarding. You will not do all of that and then get nothing. That is never the case for anyone. Anytime you put in work, you will get some kind of reward. Even if sometimes it doesn't look like what you wanted, you will get a reward, and it will be better than you could have imagined. We need love, light, optimism, fun, and pleasure to make life worth living. We also need discipline, structure, consistency, and realism to keep things going and navigate in the modern times. To take care of the hard stuff. We can't and don't have to choose just one. We can absolutely have both and be fulfilled. It's more than possible. Everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. Yep. You just need the will, the planning, and the lust for life. We can play those video games a lot whenever we want to, and still pay our taxes on time, still be on top of our bills, still be on top of our laundry, still be on top of our mental health. We can rest according to when our body needs it and wants it, and also be reliable hard workers. You don't need to kill yourself at work. You don't need to be crumbling to be a good worker, to be seen as reliable. You don't need to do that. Nope, you don't need to do that. They are not worth it if they want you to crumble and not take care of yourself. You should absolutely be resting, because everybody, it applies to everybody, needs to recharge. Everybody needs to rest. Everybody needs to sleep for more than 4 hours. Everybody needs to fuel their bodies properly. We need it to live. Stop ignoring it. Stop making excuses. Stop leaving it on the low priority list. You need that rest. You can still be an amazing person when you rest. Especially when you let yourself rest and you listen to your body's needs, you will be even more amazing, because you will feel yourself. You will feel happy. You won't feel miserable. You won't feel neglected. We can indulge in our inner child. We can play. We can take care of our responsibilities in a timely manner at the same time. Life isn't just about money, work, chasing fame, dating people, or only playing all the time. We can have it all, and we should. Everybody should learn balance. Everybody should learn to have it all, because then we would be so much happier, so much nicer to each other, and we would just be so much more productive as a society. Well, my mouth is dry. That is everything I think I needed to say. I hope you could gain some insight or inspiration from at least one thing I've said. If not, oh well. Thanks for watching till the end anyways, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!